is the warm-up comedian for The View. Now, last time I saw her, I said to her, one day we were gonna work together, and that day is today. Please welcome Regina DeCicco to my left. I gotta tell you, Regina,
Yes.
I'm so glad you're here because I knew it and I kept saying it. It was gonna happen.
Yes.
And I'm so glad it happened because I love you so much.
Oh my God, I love you. Sherri keeps a promise, everybody. Sherri keeps a promise.
Girl.
Because here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
And it's so funny because when we first met, I noticed you got a deep voice.
Oh, me and Sherri? Did you? It's funny because people like to be so coy about it. They're like, oh my God, you have such a distinct voice. And Sherri, that is code for like, it sounds like your voice fell down the stairs. You know what I mean? Like, I am well aware. I have a 3-year-old niece and she calls me Uncle Gina. Uncle Gina, Sherri. And she knows the difference because I have heard her say Aunt Suzanne. But she's making a choice that I will remember at Christmas, okay? Yes. But there's a new baby in town, Sherri, a new baby. Oh my God, little baby, not even a year old. This baby cannot speak. And if you are near the baby and you say Aunt Regina, she just goes,
But Regina.
I want to be mad, but I'm impressed. You know what I mean? I'm like, you do not even need your words. That is a sick burn, baby. Right?
But when people hear your voice, do they do crazy things when they hear your voice?
Yeah, so people think they hear different things. So I was doing a show at a college, and this group of girls started laughing, but like independently of the show. You know when you could tell, oh, you're not laughing at me, there's something else.
Yes.
So they said like, oh, you sound like someone, but we can't tell you who. Oh. And I said, yeah, exactly. I was like, no, you have to tell me. And they said, you sound like the slug lady from Monsters, Inc.
No, they didn't.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching you. Right, it's crazy, it's crazy. So I said I have to Google and see what other voices that woman does.
Yes.
But it is a dude. That's a man's voice, Sherri. That is a man's voice.
Regina, I cannot with you. Now, when you go out, like, have you ever had a strange encounter with any fans?
Yeah, so like one time this woman came over and she was like, oh my God, great show, you were so funny. And I was like, thank you. And she said, oh, my friend wants to talk to you. And I said, of course, anything for a fan. And she was like, oh, well, my friend is a speech pathologist.
Oh my gosh.
And she thinks you have polyps. Right? Like, she did. No, she did. So I run into this woman in the bathroom, right? And she asked me to do vocal exercises. Yeah. And I do them because I will do anything for another Instagram follower, Sherri, okay? Anything. So I'm talking, and then finally she's like, well, does it hurt when you talk?
Oh, right.
And I said, well, it doesn't hurt me when I talk. But I feel like it hurts you when I talk. Like,
But you know, because I actually love your deep voice, but did you have this as a kid?
Yes, yes, I did. I have always sounded this way, but the thing is, like, people think there's a mystery to how this happened. Everyone's like, oh, you must smoke, like, you smoke, you're a smoker. And I'm like, well, no, like, at what point would I have had to start smoking to be at this stage now, right? Like, well, I'm sorry, was I on the playground? Like, is this line for the slide ever gonna move? Is it me or does recess get shorter every year? Right? Like, no, but I did sound like that on the playground, Sherri. I did.
You did.
So there was some stuff that was impossible for me to do. Like, it was impossible for me to call my friends growing up.
Yeah.
Or like, can Stephanie sleep over? Who is this? Regina from class. Like, you sick pervert. Tell Steph to pack up her PJs and meet me on the playground. Like, just not, but it's that's all my childhood memories, right? Like, I'm a brownie. It's like a baby Girl Scout. You want Thin Mints or what? Like just bad.
Regina, stop, girl. I can't. Oh my gosh. So I love this. You've been married almost 9 years.
Yes.
Oh, that's so great. How's How's it going?
It's going, Sherri. No, it's good. It's good, but marriage is not the Cinderella story I was promised. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everyone makes it sound like it's gonna be this whole thing that it's not. Like, I mean, I was at a show and my husband was in the audience. So I got off stage and the server came over to me and she said, the gentleman over there sent you this, right? I'm like, oh my God, what did my husband send? But like champagne, chocolate covered strawberries? No, my husband sent me his leftover tater tots. Cold to the touch, hard cheese, leftover tater tots, right? And somebody in the audience like raised their hand. They were like, oh, well, did you eat the tater tots? And I felt like Jack Nicholson, A Few Good Men. I was like, you're damn right I did. Because they're cold to the touch. They're cold, they're cold to the touch. But I do feel like marriage sort of, it spirals out, and it's not, I can't put this all on my husband, everybody. It's a little me too, right? And I feel like we are close.
Yes,
we can share. We are close, right?
Yes,
we can share.
yes.
I can tell you things took a turn, Sherri, when I let one rip in front of my now husband. I did.
Oh my
and you know,
God.
I'm talking far. You know what I'm talking about,
know
Sherri.
what you're
You know what I'm
talking
talking about.
about.
So what had happened was, let me paint the scene, everybody. It was Thanksgiving, right? So I bent over to take a look in the oven. Like, my husband's making the turkey, he wants me to look, right? So I just bend over to take a look in the oven, right? And the tiniest little toot just slipped right out, right? And he was like, oh my God, that is the cutest thing I've ever heard. What? And I said, if you think that's cute, wait until I try to digest milk, right? Because that's where we are. There's no going back now. There's no going back now.
Regina, you cracked me up, and I knew you would.
Oh my God,
thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh. Y'all, Regina will be performing at City Winery on June 16th. Get your tickets, and at Gotham Comedy Club on June 21st. We'll be right back.